Hello, and welcome to BetterHealthcare. In today's video, we'll discuss managing your appointment requests. Today's demonstration begins with an active platform in your digital world, such as, but not limited to, Facebook, email, Google My Business, QR codes, and more. For this demonstration, we'll use Google's Google My Business feature. When an inquiring prospective patient visits one of these platforms, they'll be redirected to the booking flow using our UTM-generated static links. These give us the ability to actively pinpoint the source of the inquiry in our analytics platform. And click on the appointment link. This will initiate the booking flow. There are multiple entry points for single clinic locations. We can prompt patients to the booking flow starting from the location detail page. This provides a general, mapped viewpoint of the area. Additionally, prospective patients can begin directly in the appointment type selection. Patients will select which type of appointment they'd like to request and peruse through the provider list. Clicking View Staff Info will provide further insight on each provider, empowering the patient to make an informed selection. Note the progress timeline in the upper section of the page in addition to the request details card that will collect confirmed selections throughout the booking flow. Patients will then be prompted to choose an ideal appointment slot, starting with the date and time. Unavailable days will be grayed out, and hours selected outside of working hours will turn red, only allowing a selection within the appropriate business hours. On the insurance confirmation page, prospective patients will enter their insurance information. Here, patients have the ability to upload an insurance card, and if not, they can simply skip it. The first qualifying question is required and is not an editable portion of the booking flow. Do you have direct access? This question is followed by a yes or no response option. The additional questions section has a fully configurable questionnaire varying in yes, no, or multiple choice that will further qualify your prospective patients. With these questions, you have the ability to make some, all, or none of the questions required or optional. With any required questions, patients will not be able to proceed through the booking flow without having answered the required questions. Next, prospective patients are taken to a summary page with all the accumulated information collected throughout the booking experience. Patients will be disabled from submitting this request without acknowledging that this is only a request and is pending confirmation by the care provider. Finally, a confirmation card is displayed, informing the prospective patient that their requested appointment is in the works. After selecting Finish Up, the patient is prompted to the patient portal or a URL of your choosing. Great choices for this page are thank you pages or simply rerouting them to your home page. Congratulations! This concludes the patient experience of the booking flow. Now that you've successfully created a booking flow, let's discuss how to manage those requests. After clicking on a pending appointment request, you'll be prompted to the New Patient dialog box in the patient's appointment card. This dialog box will only appear for first-time patients whose email you do not have registered on the BetterAccess platform. If the patient is indeed a new patient, click Create New Patient with info displayed here. If not, and the patient has already made an appointment through BetterAccess, but with a different email address, click Associate Appointment with a different patient. Search for the patient's name in your BetterAccess patient database and click Finish Up to register the new email address with this patient. Now inside the appointment card, let's review the details of the card and the functionality of each option in responding to a request. In the upper left corner of the card, note the details that state Appointment Request, giving the date requested as well as the date, time, and facility of the requested appointment. In the Patient Contact section, we have the patient's name, phone number, and email. A green check mark will appear next to the number if it's a verified mobile number. Next, in the Provider Contact box, these details will update automatically after responding to the request. The Appointment Status box displays the type of patient and scheduling activity. It also displays whether or not the patient has added qualifying information while making the request. This qualifying information comprises of patient answers to your custom qualifying questions from the booking flow. Answers will be displayed in the appointment info section just below the appointment status. Scrolling down further into the patient info section lists the patient's first and last name, sex assigned at birth, date of birth, email, phone number, and complete address. These details are required by any patient that creates a BetterAccess account. Within the patient portal, patients will be allowed to cancel and reschedule upcoming appointments. Lastly, in the insurance info section, you will be able to see the patient's insurance information. Some, none, or all of the information will appear here depending on whether you set insurance as required or optional in the booking flow. When all insurance information has been added by patients, you'll be able to see an image of the front and back of their insurance card, as well as their listed carrier, plan, and policy number. Scrolling up to the teal Request Click to Respond button, let's review each option starting with the first, confirming the appointment. For this option, should the date and time be a match within your BetterAccess scheduling system, users will be able to confirm the appointment with the original provider or with a newly assigned provider and confirm the appointment. Once confirmed, an email will be sent to the patient confirming the requested date and time along with a calendar invite, enabling patients to add the appointment to their calendars. This automatically generated email protocol applies to all confirmed appointments. Changing appointment time in Confirm is a useful option if the date and time is not available and prompts you to select a different time and/or provider. After contacting your patient and inquiring about their availability, simply click the agreed alternate date, time, and available provider. Finalize the selections by clicking Confirm New Appointment Time. For BetterAccess users with the text and SMS feature activated, users are able to suggest new times via text. Use the drop-down to select 2 new available dates, times, as well as the hold time for that availability. If the patient does not respond within that time frame, the availability will expire and reopen for other prospective requests. The default hold time is set to 3 hours, but you can select up to 12. Based on our data, patients typically respond between 7 and 9 minutes, but we recommend that you customize hold times based on each facility's patient volume, frequency, and availability. After clicking Suggest New Times, a text message is sent out to the patient inquiring if the availability is a match. Patients are prompted to reply 1 for time 1, 2 for time 2, and 3 for neither. In the next option, mark patient as contacted should the patient need to be contacted directly for any reason outside of the previously outlined options. A patient contacted status will appear on the first column, which contains the patient information. The last option in the response dropdown is to decline the request. Declined requests require that you give a reason. 4 options are listed to do so. Insurance didn't match, times didn't match, patient booked at a different facility, and other. When inputting free text in the other option, we strongly encourage being as granular as possible in notating why the appointment was declined. This helps to pinpoint any unfavorable patterns in your appointment intake process, enabling correction and progression. A comprehensive list of declined reasons are available in your CSV file, available under the Analytics tab of your homepage. Let's confirm this appointment. Congratulations, you've just confirmed your first appointment.